What's happening, people? Welcome back to another episode of Red Divided. We're finally back. You got myself, Tommy.
You got Ade here.
You got myself, Ham, a happy Arsenal fan, as always. Back here. It's another season. It's another season. So it's not just a new episode. It's actually another season. It's our third season. I can't believe I'm still on here with these two mad people.
A whole third season.
Before we start, first we just want to say congrats to the England team. Well done to the ladies. Well done. It's finally home. We've been waiting for a long time, and it's finally home.
Forget those men. Forget those men.
Yeah, man. No, it was useless as those other boys that brought us up to bring us down last summer, bro.
That's cool. What are you saying, boys? What's the summer saying?
It's been long, fam. It's been long. I've been having to wake up and read this gossip mills that are just telling lies upon lies upon lies, trying to get someone excited. But I'm a wise man now. I can't read those stuff. Just have to wait for the truth to come out.
Cool. Why you have?
Bro, like I said, I'm too old for that now, innit? So especially when Fabrizio Romano's here now, innit? So if Fabrizio didn't say it, then I don't really be listening to it. So there's a lot of players. I'm an Arsenal fan. There's a lot of people we've been linked with, but it goes in one day, it comes out the other. When people tell me, "Oh, you're linked with Leroy Sané. What do you think about him or Rafinha and all them people there, bro?" If Fabrizio didn't say that, here we go, or Fabrizio ain't said nothing. Dave Austin is not bad on Twitter. Dave Austin, especially for Arsenal, he's not bad.
He's actually not even on. Yeah, he's if you're not listening to Fabrizio, it's the next best thing. If not, it's just as good because he doesn't come out with nonsense. He come out. I think a lot of the things he actually got inside information. I know a lot of the time, if you see watch Fabrizio's tweet or like on Instagram, if he's from David Oyston, it will let you know that where you're going from. So he's actually quite serious too. So if you're not following Fabrizio, follow him.
Yeah. Cool. So those two is as long as it's coming from them. Yeah, I'm happy. And I've had a good summer so far, innit? Listening to them too. So long may it continue.
Yeah. No. Well, this is obviously our first episode back for the season. This one is just a quick one, really, just to sum up the summer. How you're feeling about the transfer that's in, the transfer that's not in yet. The Jong Saga, we'll get into that in a sec, and obviously what you still want, if you still want any players there, and then we'll go into like quick predictions for the season. So where should we start, boys? Let's just start with United, because you got the United top, or you got the new kit on, so I know you're ready. You're ready for the season.
I've invested for sixth place.
Let's just start with like United, like the players that we brought in so far. What your thoughts are like? I wish I know like your general thoughts on it anyway, off like record, in terms of like any play that fits in the system you're happy with. But if you were just to give your own opinion on the players, not saying they're going to be great, what are your general thoughts on the players?
To be honest, I think we've only made one signing of note. Please remind me who we bought.
Martinez. Who have we got? Ericsson, and there was one more. There's a lot. Malacia.
Yeah. So obviously, I wasn't actually counting Martinez in that when I said we've only made one of note. But I'd like to see how he transitioned into the Premier League. Obviously, he's got high reputation, but the big thing nowadays is that you actually have to see them play in the league. Like you can have the biggest reputation in the world, but you just might not adjust. Yeah, so I would like to see how Martinez fits in. It'll be quite interesting to see whether or not Ten Hag decides to play him in midfield. Because to be honest, if he's a baller like that and Freddie's not up to scratch, then it should be a consideration. That's what's running through my mind anyway. Obviously, I like to look at the possibilities, but I think right now the biggest signing we've had is Ericsson. I think that's the key point here. Is Ericsson get that control of the ball in the middle of the park, assuming he's going to play in the middle of the park. Obviously, we're going to use him everywhere. I think we're going to use him on the wing. We might use him right back, left back, just because he knows how to play football. Just because he knows how to play football. After a point in time, you just put your best ballers on the pitch. But I think he's the key clog of our purchases so far. I think his playmaking ability, his ability to create chances is going to be key, especially for those front men. outside of that, I think we have not done anything. I don't think we've done anything. I think we still need another forward. Depending on what happens to Ronaldo, obviously, I'm happy for Ronaldo.
We'll get into the forward. I just want to know. We'll get into all of that. I don't want us to jump the gun.
So what we are with now, it is what it is. But I think we are far behind everyone else in terms of far.
Now I agree with everything you said. Like for me, the best I was like when obviously there was a lot of rumors in the summer in terms of like Eriksen choosing between us and Brentford, and I was pleading for him to choose us. Obviously, I can understand a lot of people might think it's an easy option, but for him, Brentford giving him a chance, and apparently from what the rumors were is that his family wanted to stay in London, so I was just pleading for him to like come to United because Eriksen's a proven player. Like technically, he's quality. He's done it in Spurs. We know how good he is. So like with Eriksen in that middle of the park, it will make a massive difference. And gives, like you said, it gives us option. You can play on the wing if you want, because it's such a baller like that. And he can play in the middle. And if Hernandez get injured, I'm not sure what the plan is. Whether he wants to use him and Hernandez together, or he wants to use one of them, wherever it is. Anyway, we'll see how that works out. But Eriksen's the key signing for me. Martinez, I've never really seen. I think like obviously I've seen him play, but I haven't paid attention to him when he was exactly. I haven't analyzed his game, but technically, what you can see, he looks very good technically for like a centre back. His left foot is really good, and as you said, it'll be interesting to see whether he does play him in the middle of the park sometimes. Bearing in mind that we've got Fred and McTominay, we can't possibly go into the season with them again. And the left back, from what I've seen from the left back, obviously, all right, let me just come to know you. From what I've seen for the left back, he seemed okay, but I'm just not too sure whether he's ready to start yet. But we'll have to wait and see. And if he does start him, you start him. If not, but from what I see, I'm just not sure whether
straight away.
Exactly, yeah. So he doesn't, but yeah, we'll see how it gets. All right, cool. But in terms of like, obviously that's a signing for now. But what are you saying, Adam? What area do you still think we need to strengthen? Because like, you know what? Let's just go into the Ronaldo situation first, because obviously Ronaldo's like we had a whole saga with him saying that he wants to leave. What are your thoughts on him leaving? And then we'll go into like what position we need to strengthen.
I think I still revert to the same. You know, I never wanted him in the first place, but obviously that's not saying that Ronaldo's not a great player.
Yeah.
I'm always about the dynamics of the team and how everyone fits in to make everything work.
Yeah.
And him coming out and saying he wants to go, to me that's the big thing. I don't want players that don't want to be there. Like once you've hinted that, I don't need you anymore, because it's an issue for me. If you're not giving 100% commitment, you guys have played with me. I don't, all that 50%, I'm not interested. So you might as well go. As soon as I know that your mind's elsewhere, I can't trust you anymore. I can't trust you anymore. So I'm like, you know, I don't mind him going, because then the issue is that if he now decides to stay and he immediately doesn't even fit into Ten Hag's plan, are you going to put Ronaldo on the bench? What drama does that cause in addition to, it's just a lot. I think, it's a struggle, because then we will have to replace him, and we'll have to replace him quick.
Yeah, with me, with Ronaldo, it's just I'm like, obviously and last season when we were talking about it, I do want him to leave. Like obviously, you guys know how much I love Ronaldo, but I do want him to leave. It's a new start, it's a new project. So I feel like we shouldn't be starting that with a 37-year-old. I know obviously a lot of people are trying to pass blame on him in terms of like what happened last season. I'm not on that boat, but I will say that in terms of like there's a lot of like contributing factors, and is Ronaldo one of it? I would agree that yes, Ronaldo is probably one of it. But I'm not putting the whole blame on Ronaldo in terms of like last season. But his factor is just, I think, is small compared to other like contributing factors. But I do want him to leave. I do want him to. But if he stays, at the same time, I'm not upset about it, because, and I know we'll get goals from Ronaldo. But I think the biggest thing you said is now is what happens if he doesn't fit into the system, and it's best not to play him. The manager knows what he's getting himself into. This is where he has to earn his money. How he deals with the Ronaldo situation, because Ronaldo, like, I don't know whether he means it or not, but we can only take his word for it. The managers come out constantly saying, I want him to stay. I planned, like, I've got Ronaldo's in my plan. So he's going to have to earn his money that. And I think it's either like, and Ronaldo have to accept, he has to have a conversation. I have to accept that, look, you're going to sit there on the bench sometimes. Like, I don't know how the manager will deal with it, but I think he has to earn. Like, he knew what he was getting into. Ronaldo was in the team before accepting the Man United job. So he must have some sort of idea in his head what his plan is with Ronaldo. And if it doesn't work for Ronaldo, this is where you earn your money, right? It's like, I talk about having managers with big personality, big egos, and being able to deal with like situations like this. There's no like, if you're able to deal with an ego like Ronaldo's, you're gonna get a lot of respect from the rest of the players. No one else can possibly step to you if you're able to deal with Ronaldo. So I think this is where he earns his money, man. So we have to wait and see. But obviously, I'm guessing if you want Ronaldo to stay, leave. So if we both want Ronaldo to leave anyway, but I don't mind if he stays. So I'm guessing you want a striker then if he goes.
Oh yeah, 100%. Like, I don't mind him saying obviously he's got the goals, but
yeah,
it has to work. It can't now be okay if you're on a bench. That's gonna cause. We don't need a sideshow. Like, we're already struggling. We're building.
100%.
Our level is West Ham level right now. We don't need a sideshow on top of that to make us to make us struggle. You get me? But if he does leave, we need possibly even two forwards. In reality,
100%.
two forwards. So yeah, we don't have the time, so we need to get on it straight away. They just need to make a call within the next. I won't even give them a week. I'll give them like 2 days. Tuesday. They should know what they're doing. And if someone's not thinking about this already, then we're still where we were last season, in all honesty.
Apart from the strike, obviously, if you had the old Jong Saga, do you think, what's your thoughts on the Jong Saga? And because obviously there's contradictory stories coming out in it, so we don't know what's true and what's not true.
I feel like I'm in the twilight zone.
Yeah,
I haven't been able to get excited about that transfer one bit. Like, literally for 1 second of this whole summer, because every time I hear him or hear about him, I keep hearing he doesn't want to come. So already that makes me, as I said, if you don't want to be there, please just don't come.
Yeah.
But then I keep hearing it's because of the financial aspect. So I keep hearing a different thing every day. So I haven't even factored him in as somebody that's potentially coming.
Yeah.
I haven't been able to. It's just everything's all over the place. But ultimately, if he doesn't want to come, he should just be happy in Barcelona. But I think they're trying to push him out regardless. So he might end up at somewhere else. But I don't think it's going to be us. I don't think he's on Manchester or just Manchester United.
I was gonna say, bro.
Well, we still need someone in that. Would you get another midfielder?
100%.
Cool.
BC. 100%.
Cool. Is there anywhere else you strengthen?
To be honest, I'm not even being picky. I accept that we are a week away from the Premier League starting. I will take 2 forwards and a centre mid.
Cool.
If it's Christmas, I'll take 2 forwards, 2 centre mids, a right back. I'll go to town in it.
Yeah, I'm with you with that because obviously, like, it is his first season. We're not going to be able to change everything straight away. Obviously, he's going a left back. He's going like a centre midfielder. I still think we need two more centre midfielders. Personally, that's me anyway. I still think we need 2 more. And I'm with you. I still think we need 2 more. Like, if Ronaldo goes, we need 2 more strikers. If he doesn't, then we need 1. But ideally, I just want Ronaldo to go because I just want us to I don't want us to still be dealing with Ronaldo next season. Do you know what I mean? I just want it to start. I want our building process to start from now. But I'm not mad. I won't be mad if he stays. But I don't need a sideshow, as you said. I don't want the story to be Ronaldo. Like, imagine that we got a game against Chelsea. Or all the headline will be about is Ronaldo's left out of the sideline. We just don't need that no more. We need to go under the radar. Obviously, we clearly know that we're the outsiders that we need to rebuild. So let's just work hard. Like let him start. He needs to have this team in the training ground as much as possible with no like side story. Yeah, distraction at all. Like, so that's one of the reasons why I wanted to go anyway. So but definitely, yeah, striker, centre midfielder. Yeah, I'll take that for now. To be honest with you, I'll take that for now. And if it's Christmas, I'll definitely take another win. Definitely another win as well. So yeah, that's it. How what are you saying about the whole United situation?
Yeah, but I love the whole I love the whole saga. I love the whole drama. I love all the noise around it because it means that Ten Hag can't focus, and I need a unfocused Ten Hag because it makes it makes his job 10 times harder, which makes it more viable that United will have another rubbish season. So that I'm happy days with that. And I love the whole that a player doesn't want to come and the player doesn't want to stay at United. So it's like that a law is no longer. It's like this was like evidence for me that yes, United is you know what I'm saying? Yes, United is a big club and will always be a big club and the spending power will be there. But it's that a law amongst top players that United come calling and it's like, nah, my brother, I'm not on it, man. And I think that was evident because I think a United team that is like rebuilding and powerful and with a strong name and is performing well and need midfielders, then Calvin Phillips for 45 million would be at United and wouldn't be at City, who don't
I don't
really
think that will
need a
happen
centre back.
regardless.
They already got.
I don't think that will happen regardless, though. But I don't want to cut you. So he said it himself, though. But I like to continue. So
what he said?
Calvin Phillips said himself that
the relationship.
He said there was no way
of course.
that he ever could like. I just say we all talk about rumors, United, and these. I mean, the rumors about him going to United, but he said there was never. Like
he was never going to go
there.
He
was never going to go there. But anyone else you say, I agree with. But Calvin Phillips just actually said that himself.
Nah.
So I just want to cut that one out.
Yeah, of course. I don't want my point to get lost in the fact that United, a bit like I said, a performing United, a United that is still doing well would have signed a midfielder of note by now. And a free transfer of Christian Eriksen doesn't solve United problems by any stretch of the imagination. It's a good player to have, and it's free, so it makes sense. But United are really, really bad and are really, really struggling. And I told Tom on the phone, I'm really shocked at your lack of activity during the summer. It's not even on the banter thing. I'm just really shocked that everyone else is pulling in 5-6 players because we all know what we need. Conte is doing a mad thing at Tottenham because he knows what he needs and he's only been there for half a season. And I'm saying we've gone and got 5 players, and Arteta and Edu have still come out and said we probably need another 1, maybe even 2. So that will take us from 5 to 7. I'm saying, obviously, I don't know what the others have done, but everyone else is doing decent business. And I look at United, who needs to do the business. I don't know if it's Ronaldo holding it up, or if it's De Jong holding it up, but whether that is, like you said, that day in 2 days, whether that gets cleared up. But there has to be something that gets done before season starts next week. The window closes, September the 1st.
Yeah.
I honestly think that United need 3 players in minimum. And if they don't get that, then they're looking at another 7th, a 6th or 7th play finish, no higher than that. Even if you do get those players in, I still don't think you finish higher than 6. So I'm saying that's my personal opinion. But I honestly think that a United that's going to make the Premier League interesting, because we need a good United. As much as it's banter, we need United in the league to be doing their thing and whatnot. And it will be sad to see United just fall by the wayside because, like I said, you can see it's evident when you watch a team, the lack of quality is glaring. So I just thought this summer you'd be aggressive, but I give him the benefit of that. It's his first season. He's come in and maybe he's just going to see what he's got, work with what he's got till January and then come again. But yeah, that's my main point, that I think it's alarming that your lack of activity this summer, I'm not going to lie.
And they might be holding him up because what gets me is still the commercial aspects of it.
Mm.
Like when they're saying, oh no, Ronaldo's staying, my mind is don't play yourself. It's still the same thing of a player's not playing for us. You give him a new contract for another 4 years. It doesn't make stop doing the commercial stuff and use your common sense. Which I don't know what's happening. These people have proper qualifications, bare years of experience, but common sense is failing them.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%, man.
Yeah,
like I said, you lot go into the just quick. You lot will go into the season. Whether you keep Ronaldo, let's say you keep Ronaldo, you have your front 3 there. You've got now Martial, Sainz, Rash.
Yeah.
And then you have Ronaldo there as well. And then Ilanga will be your option. And after that, there's no options.
Yeah.
Nothing. So if Ronaldo does go, that's why I think for me, Ronaldo has to stay because he has to stay because he's an option. And it's closer to the end of the window. You might not bring in a quality centre forward. And I think Ten Hag will probably be that type of manager where if he ain't getting the centre forward he wants, and his time is limited, then that's probably why he's so adamant that I want Ronaldo to stay. Because at least Ronaldo buys him time until January and he can go again, or summer he can go again.
Yeah, no, I hear that. But yeah, we'll see, because I said, obviously the season starts next week. Well, it starts on Friday, but we're not going to get anyone in by Friday, but it'll be nice to see some sort of like movement before then, to at least gives the fans some hope. But you said, like, I think you're right. Like, I think any United fan would be deluded to not understand that we have lost of like some sort of appeal. We don't have the same power as we used to. So everyone has to understand and appreciate that. And then that obviously brings it down to the point that you made. That's probably why we can't. That's probably why, in terms of like there hasn't been a lot of like transfers in. We don't have the same appeal as we used to. A lot of players are thinking twice before considering coming to United. Before you'd be like, okay, yeah, let's go. Yeah, United can't call in, we're going. But players are thinking twice, and I have to think, do I really want to get myself into that? I know they're rebuilding. I know like the old managers are gone, but do I need that? Right?
Yeah,
do I need
our
that?
level is Leon.
Yeah.
Like the likes of Leon is our level now.
Yeah. So like, and
realistic.
yeah, and another aspect of it, the managers come down himself and said, like, in terms of his standards, he sets his level very high, and if he's not going to get the players that meets his standard, then he'd rather really not get drawn into bringing someone else in. And that's what he said about the young when we discussed that in the midfield area, in terms of like the defensive midfield area. He said it himself. He said, well, what I require for that position, my expectation is high. And there's only 4 or 5 players in the world that can do that. If we have to wait for that, then we're going to wait. That's pretty much his words in his interviews. Like, if we have to wait for that, we're going to wait. So it's going to be a long process, and we just have to buckle up and just, like, I respect that. I'd rather not bring a player that's not good enough than the player, like,
stop in the squad for nonsense.
For nonsense, exactly. So obviously, if we're going to find it hard, like, we're already finding it hard bringing top quality players. So it is what it is. I just said, like, the good thing is United, I don't think I've spoken to any United fan that's expecting anything more than like 6, at most 5th. So I think everyone's on the same page. And I hope everyone don't get excited if you start off well or anything like that. Just understand where we're at, and then see what happens. Bro. Cool. Let's jump to your boys. So you brought in 6 players, right?
No, 5.
5? Okay, cool. Sorry,
yeah.
5. So what are you saying about the players that you have brought in so far? Are you happy with it?
Yeah, no, I'm not unhappy. I'm definitely not unhappy with the players. I don't think any of the ones that we brought in were on any of the lists that I tweeted out. Because obviously the positions I said that positions that I said we needed were centre mids, and obviously Tielemans might come in, and obviously he was definitely on my list. I think Fabian Ruiz on it, but then I saw the other day that Fabian Ruiz is being linked with Real Madrid.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
So we might not get him, but I like him a lot. Obviously, I had a list of centre forwards. Jesus wasn't on that, but we got Jesus, got Fabio Vieira in the middle. Who else we got? I don't think we needed another left back because, like I said, I know a lot of fans aren't the biggest fans of Nuno Tavares, but I can see a lot of potential in him in it, and I think that I would have liked to have kept him. But if you give me Zinchenko, that's an upgrade, and I'm going to take that all day. So I'm very, very happy with that signing. A player that can play left back, play centre mid for his country very well. And the best thing about him, about the signings that we got actually with him and Jesus, is, like I said in previous seasons, the difference between a footballer and a ball player. Yeah, someone that plays football and a footballer. And what we've got in Jesus, in Zinni, give him a nickname already, is they are footballers. So their IQ level is high. And I've already got Odegaard, whose IQ level's high, Partey, whose IQ level's high. So if you start adding these players together, and you've got Gabriel and Ben White, and Ramsdale in goal, you start adding more players that they see football the same, they think the same. It's good signings, definitely. Obviously, Fabio Vieira, I don't know much about him. I just quickly YouTubed it. I keep, in my mind, I want him to be a Bernardo Silva 2.0. In my mind. And when I see him play, but I think he might model his game a bit more like a Bruno Fernandes in terms of assists and goals is very much what he's on. Whereas I just want another like an Odegaard, another Bernardo Silva, who they're pivotal to how we play. They keep things ticking over, and the goals will come if we do the right things. So I'm excited, but I'm excited about our signings. Jesus hits the ground running straight, no problems with him as a 9. I think for me, my only thing about him is I want his decision making to get better. But he's at a good age now. He's 25, so the penny has to drop with him. He's gonna get his goals, lovely, but he's got 2 young boys on the side of him, so his decision making has to get better because naturally it'll rub off on the 2 young boys one day. And you saw a perfect example, Martinelli yesterday. He's running through on goal. Now you can go around the goalkeeper or score, or you can square it. Squaring it is the better footballing decision. He squares it, Eddie gets a tap in. And that's the habits that we need. And I want him to be like that because whenever I watch him for City, I see KDB batting him up bare times, bro, making the wrong footballing decisions. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, I'm happy with him, happy with Zena. Fabio Vieira, need to see him. Marquinhos, young Brazilian boy. Didn't see much of him during preseason. He might be loaned out, might stay. And Matt Turner, backup goalkeeper. I would have liked to have kept Bird Leno because I want 2 top quality goalkeepers. But yeah. So what we need to do now is a car boot sale. So you see all the players that we don't want, that I don't want. Yeah? What they need to do is anybody that's registered interest throughout this whole week, just come down to London. I'm gonna line the players up. So you man come, whether it's Atletico Madrid, Lazio, Roma, everyone come, and I'm gonna tell you lot, just take who you want. So Lucas Torreira, there you go, £5, all yours. Hector Bellerin, all yours, £2. Ainsley Maitland-Niles, £5, all yours. You know what I'm saying? Reece Nelson, £2.50, all yours. And let's start trimming the squad and get rid of the dead weight and just stay with the quality players that we've got. And then we go again in January. They let us down last January. We're not buying anyone. But I don't want to keep players around that are going to bring the level down in training. I don't need that. I don't need that. I don't need that. I tell as a young manager, and what I found with these young managers, they like to keep their squad as small as possible. I say so they're working with a tight knit, so their message is getting across. So yeah, I think that's what we got to do now. It's incomings is happy. We need another midfielder though. 100% need a midfielder because 100% need an upgrade on Granit Xhaka. And and the outgoings they got to go. Pablo Mari, £1.50. They got to go, man.
So that's the only position you strengthen, just a midfield.
No, I always get a new right back, but we're not going to get a new right back. But I'd always take a new right back. I want a new right back. I need an upgrade on there. And nine out of my 11 players I really like. I was telling my boy on the phone today. The process has been good underneath Arteta around there.
Was it 9 out of 11?
Players.
What 2?
Yeah.
The right
so
back
last season it was 8 because I was obviously Xhaka, Tommy, and Laka. Obviously Jesus is there now.
So just right back and Xhaka.
Yeah. Okay. And my problem with Tommy isn't he's bad. I just think that Tommy should be a backup right back. That's my only. I don't have an issue with him. I think he should be backup right back. And Granit can be a squad player, but we have to upgrade the 8 position in our team. If we're going to try and bridge the gap between us and Liverpool and City and Chelsea, we have to get another 8.
Cool. Now I hear that. Adi, what are you saying about Arsenal? We'll talk about prediction, but what we just talk about the signings for now.
I'm slightly worried about them. Obviously, and to be honest, for me, it's mostly Jesus. Obviously, they've made other signings, but I think that's the big signing that's made me sort of set up. Obviously, always rated him, work ethic. But I think he's fit into that Arsenal squad very, very well. And I'm always worried about kids that enjoy their football. Because sometimes it's just that connection, that free-flowing football. And obviously, Arsenal have had it in the past where you're enjoying your football, everything's just slick. You don't need to think too hard. Everyone's on the same page. All the passes are flowing. And that's a very dangerous thing. Obviously, as I said to you guys, I think it was yesterday, that I think there's that little bit of still that you guys still need. I think will be important in the big games. But other than that, I'm slightly worried. I'm slightly worried about what you guys are putting together. It just makes it worse by us not really doing much. But yeah, I'm expecting big things from Arsenal this season. Big things. Hopefully they prove me wrong. Hopefully they prove me wrong because I'm not trying to jump on this podcast every week with Ham just smiling. So yeah,
I was smiling a lot last season as well, man. I think I'm gonna be smiling a lot this season as well.
We might as well just cut the season.
Just to touch on Jesus though, you did like slander Jesus a bit last year with City though, but obviously you just think he's the right fit for Arsenal.
Oh yeah, 100%. Like, yeah, you know me, I slander strikers, especially if you're striking, you're not scoring. I'll tell you. But Jesus is a good player regardless. He's not an Altidore that's gonna get. Actually, I lie. Altidore went to MLS and scored a few goals. But if you're not scoring as a forward, I'm not really giving. And yeah, it's just because I picked him in my fantasy team. It was doing a bit of nonsense. But I think he fits in. Arsenal creates so many chances. I think he's gonna take his chance and run with it. Like as I said, I'm thinking top goal scorer, top 3. Jesus is there.
Yeah, nah, I agree. In terms of like Jesus, I agree with everything you said about him. I think that's probably like so far, that's probably Arsenal's best signing. I just think it's the right fit. I think I said it to Ham as soon as like when I heard the rumors, I think it will be the right fit. It will be it's the right player to take them to the next step. And when they do get to the next step, or hopefully they don't get to the next step, but if they do get to the next step, then obviously if he still doesn't carry at the highest level, then they can easily try and find better. They'll obviously have like they'll be able to attract better at that point. But for now, in terms of where they are and where they're going to, it's the perfect fit. So, and you will get a lot of goals. You're going to create a lot of chances, and you'll get a lot of goals. So yeah, we'll see how that works out, man. I'm interested to see Vieira though, because obviously I don't know much about him. So it will be interesting to see because I know like from the stats I see, he didn't really play much game for also last season, but it's like, but if you see his stats, like, in terms of his
goal involvements,
his goal involvements, it's incredible. For someone that hadn't played that much game for Porto. So obviously I don't know. So I'm thinking maybe he didn't really start the season for Porto, and maybe start playing games towards the end. But in terms of his goal involvements, it's just like Hampton, he might be someone like Bruno that can get you the stats, get you the assists, get you the goals when you want sometimes. But we'll see. I'll see how good he is. I'm interested to see him. Zini, I can't pronounce his name properly. But yeah,
just call him the nickname.
Zini, yeah, he's really good. Obviously, he's proven himself with City. Yeah, we'll see how. I don't think with him, just like left back, you know he's going to do his job. So you've got two solid left back. Like, so if Tina gets injured, you know that you're not dropping.
It's guarantee.
Like, I think one of our biggest, obviously, we always talk about is to drop off in level when someone takes over. With that left back position, you know that the level stays the same regardless. So I think that's the most important thing, and I think that's where Arsenal that's why you were behind last season. The drop off in quality is
once Partey got injured.
Was like way below your starting 11. So hopefully you can balance that out. As I said, you still need one or two more, and we'll see. But yeah,
that's
let's see how it goes.
That's what you just said, T, is what it's got to be across the board for us, though, because that's what Liverpool, Man City definitely got that in abundance.
Yeah.
Interchangeable for.
Yeah, that's what you're aiming for, right?
And the fact that we got Saliba back after 2 good loan seasons makes it now, instead of having 2 top centre halves in Ben and Gabby, we got 3 now. Because Saliba's just nice. He's just clean. I call him Triple C. Clean, calm, and composed. And then obviously Benjamin is a good side, and he can cover at the right back as well, play centre half. So for me, I'm happy that we got 3 centre halves now where it's not, that's our best 11. If Saliba and Gabriel play, it's dope. If Saliba and Ben White play, we're still good. So that we need to be in that position where, like I said, we give Eddie a new contract. We'll see how Eddie does this season. If Jesus don't play, I need to have full confidence that Eddie's coming in. Eddie can bang today.
I'm not trusting Eddie. The way he wanted to celebrate that tap-in yesterday made me question him.
I like that, man.
He wanted to run away and celebrate. You turn around and you point at Gabriel. The fact that he wanted to...
He did turn around.
He did it too late. He did it too late. The number of seconds it took him to do that, it made me questioning him as a man.
You know who my favourite striker for that was? Pipo Inzaghi.
I love Pipo.
The ball could hit his nose, and he's gonna run around the whole stadium as if he scored a worldie. Yeah. I love strikers like that. Celebrate your goal. That's what you're there for, bro.
Cool.
Yeah, let's just try and go into like the predictions for like the season. See, just try and get your thoughts. See what happens. I think we're gonna have like in terms of like who's gonna win it. I think we're just all gonna be on the same page. To be honest with you, I don't think anyone's gonna go against Man City winning it. But let's just get you guys top 4. Ade, do you want to go?
Why do you think City's gonna win it?
I just think they're gonna win it. I just think that they've got the best team to win it.
Yeah, to be honest, it's still the same thing. I think ultimately, I think they play the best football. I love Liverpool's football, but I think City still ultimately play the best football. And over the course of a long season, you expect that team to get it. So I do think City again. I think Liverpool second. I'm going to go Spurs third, and then Arsenal 4th.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
I don't love it. I don't love it because I don't love the fact that Spurs are above, but I like that.
Yeah.
What are you saying, Ham?
I think it's going to be another ding dong battle between them two, innit? I like to think that us, Spurs and Chelsea close the gap. I don't include you guys in that, but I like to think that us three kind of close the gap between us and Liverpool. The gap between second to third and fourth is even big, bruv. like them two are running away with it, and then us are just like, are we even in the same league as them?
It's a different league, yeah, it's a different league.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm gonna go with City winning the league, but it's so tight up there, man. I think what is a point or two separating them two. Liverpool are so consistent as well, and you could just see the only reason if Liverpool can win it is I think if the integration of both their nines. So if Haaland's integration isn't as smooth, and Nunes is, and Diaz is the player that we think he is, and he replicates Mane's 15 to 20 goals a season, then that's the reasons. I don't just want to say City are going to win, and I actually want to give a reason behind it, and why I think Liverpool could also win it. But I'm gonna go with City. KDB plays for them, best midfielder in the league. Haaland plays for them. Bernardo Silva. So yeah, I'm gonna go with them winning it. I'm gonna go with Liverpool coming second. Be another tight season. Third. I can't say it, so I can't say it. I physically can't agree with you.
You just know. I can't, you just know.
But I can't say that Spurs are gonna finish above us. So I'm gonna say that we finish third because I just can't say that Tottenham. But Tottenham have done good business. I mean, I always ban at Tottenham, and I will definitely they have done good business. I do like their signings. I'm very scared that they have Son, Kane, Richarlison, Kulusevski as their 4, and 3 out of 4 of those will play every game. So I'm very scared about that. But yeah, they'll finish 4th. Is Chelsea's drop off going to be that mad? Are Chelsea going to go from 3rd to 5th though?
I think Tuchel starting to tweak a bit. It might be one of his last season before he gets kicked out. So I think he might tweak a bit.
Yeah, fuck it. That's my top 4, man. City, Liverpool, us, Spurs. And if us and Spurs is 1 point in it, it's going to go down to the last game of the last season.
Yeah.
Chelsea. Should I keep going or just one top 4?
No, we'll do
okay.
5, 6 in a bit. Yeah, no, I'm not going to explain why I think City's going to win it. Like, it's just a numb now, to be honest with you. I know that, I know they're the best team. I know they're all of that. I just think they're going to win it. But I slightly differ with you guys with the rest because, like, I think Liverpool will probably finish second. Don't get me wrong. I think they'll probably finish second. But I'm still not. Like, I don't know. I always say this about Liverpool every season, and then obviously they end up coming out and just like proving me wrong. But it is what it is. I still think they'll finish second. But I won't be surprised if anything, from like second to like 4th or like 5th, anything happens there. Like I think United will finish 6th, but from like second to like 5th, I won't be surprised what happens. Like if someone say Arsenal finish second, I won't be surprised. If someone says Chelsea finish because it all depends on Liverpool. And if Liverpool is still consistent, like you say, then they'll definitely finish second. But for me, I still like if I was to pick my top 4 right now, it will be the way it was last season. I might put possibly Spurs third
and Chelsea
4th. Yeah. Let me just for now's sake, I'll just keep it exactly the way next season because I think Chelsea will still sign. Because I think Chelsea still has quality players there. They still need to get a couple more in, but they still have good players there. And I agree with you, Ade. I totally agree. I feel like if Chelsea don't do well, it will be the manager. Then the manager will have to get sacked. If the manager gets sacked, then if Chelsea don't finish top 4, then the manager has to get sacked. It will be the manager. I don't think it will be anything else. But like, I know they can say that, really God when Cristiano, but there's not enough there. Like, if they don't get top 4, it's the manager that should get blamed. So I do agree with you. But if anything does happen, if that position does move around, I'm not going to be surprised. If Arsenal are the one that finished 3rd, 2nd, wherever it is, I won't be surprised because I think it's going to be that close. I do think it's going to be close, but I just think that the other 3 might have a bit more than Arsenal. That's my personal opinion. But if you do finish 4th, I won't be surprised. It won't be like, oh, I didn't think it was going to get there. But if I have to pick now, I just pick those that top 4. And that's it.
Yeah, I'm with you, but I'm with you, but I'm more from the position below you. So I know you said from second to fifth, you would be surprised, but
yeah,
I will 1,000,000% be surprised if anybody finishes above Liverpool.
Yeah,
So that's why I'd say
Yeah,
1 and 2 is a
yeah.
lock. But
Okay.
I can't see their drop off being
Yeah,
that high.
no,
But
no.
2, 3, 4, and 5. That can be a point between it. That can lead.
Yeah. So I just have to see what Liverpool does in it. So like, it's just as I said, they always prove me wrong every season anyway. So it's like, hey, like if they finish second, I won't be surprised. If they don't, then I won't be surprised as well. So I have to wait and see. Because like obviously they played well against City yesterday, but City and really, I don't think they're fit. A lot of those players.
No, never.
I didn't think the City players was fit at all because you can tell they weren't doing as much running as they usually do. City. So it was like, not to say the game was easier for Liverpool, but if you're going to get the best out of City, that's probably the best time to do so. So yeah, and you're not really going to get Haaland missing chances like that again. So not all the time. Anyway.
Hope so.
Yeah, you should hope so. Yeah,
Yeah,
hope so. So yeah, and in terms of obviously you said where Arsenal's going to finish. And do you think we should be enough? We should do enough to get the 6, or do you think we'll?
I think 6 or 7. There's a chance we'll finish 7th. I think 6 or 7.
I was going to say that.
Yeah. No, to be fair, I said I think we'll finish 6, but it won't shock me if it finishes 7th.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
6 or 7. Anything below that, I'll be disappointed.
Yeah. So I think, you know what? And when I do say 6, I still want us to play well. I still want like the matches against like the top teams to be competitive. I don't want them to walk all over us. So like I want to make that clear. So I still want. I'm not saying it has to go in and win all those top games, but I want the matches to be competitive. Like I want it to be a good game. I want to say, oh, they gave it a good fight. Like Arsenal last season against City. I want that match to be competitive. I just don't want it to be like a walkover, like the normal games like we get with City and Liverpool. So I think this season is probably the hardest for him because he needs those boys in training as much as possible, and the stop-start season is not going to help him. Do you know what I mean? Like getting the World Cup in the middle, like at the end of the year, is not going to help him at all. So it's unfortunate for him. So yeah, 6th, 7th is just about right. Lastly, relegation. To be honest, I don't know who's going to get relegated. I can't give you 3 teams right now. Yeah. You will need to wait for them to get like the first 10 games. I need to see something. I can't give you 3 teams that's going to get relegated right now. I don't know whether you guys have 3 in mind, but I'll be honest with you, I don't have 3 in mind right now.
Yeah, I got 2. I got 2 out the 3 clubs plus Everton. That's what I'm going with for my hunch before the ball's been even kicked. So 2 out of the 3 that's come up. So either one of Nottingham Forest, Bournemouth, and Fulham. I think 2 of those will go back down. Yeah. I can't say right now which 2. And I think Everton. Fulham, I think Everton are the most at risk, and I'll add Everton to that. So that'll be my bottom 3.
Yeah. Everton are definitely at risk. Definitely.
And just going back to top 6, I think if you guys don't finish 6, then I'm gonna give 6 to West Ham. Or Leicester. That's why I think United could easily finish 7th or 8th this season. Because I think we all agree that the battle will be for top 4 will be out of those 3 teams, us, Spurs, and Chelsea. And I think the battle for Europa will be out of you guys. Obviously, one of us three would drop into there naturally, and then Leicester and West Ham. So I think there'll be 4 clubs fighting for those 2 positions.
I'll take Leicester out of that and put Newcastle. I think Leicester.
I don't think Newcastle will finish that high up, but we'll see. I think Newcastle could finish 10th or 9th again.
Yeah, I think we might be seeing the end of Brendan Rodgers this season.
I think they'll be fully fit. So I see no reason why they should struggle.
It depends on
unless Tillemans and Maddison both go in this window, then it's a wrap.
Yeah. I think obviously with Tillemans at the moment, Tillemans might stay, but they will not let him stay that last year and not get.
Have they bought anyone? Have they bought anyone this?
No, I don't think.
No, I think they're the only club they haven't bought.
Yeah.
No. Well, if you look at the team right now, even without buying anyone, they've got a very good team.
That's what I was going to say, and they will fit.
Yeah, let's have a good. If you think about it, like the strikers, they've got what, Vardy. Vardy's a year older, but hopefully he doesn't get injured.
They had the same players last season.
Yeah,
they had a lot.
They're all injuries in it.
Or anything can happen though.
Yeah, massive injuries.
Vardy's closer to 50
but I'm saying,
but they don't play as much game again this season though. That's another thing. They don't play as much game this season.
Yeah.
So
I'm saying everyone at full health. Then I think the 6th place position will be out of you, West Ham and Leicester.
I'm with Ham, to be honest. Unless it depends on what they do with Tillemans if Tielemans does go, then I don't see them making it. But I just don't think they'll fall off that much. I think they'll still like. I think they've got a good squad to compete. Like, if you look at the squad now, I'll take like 2-3 of the players right now.
Easily.
Do you get what I mean? So it's just
Easily.
And I think that
West Ham got a new number 9 now. Skamaka might hit the ground running, bro.
Yeah,
all the chances that Antonio is missing, fluffing, he might score there. West Ham don't concede that much. So no, wait, West Ham are in Europa Conference, isn't it?
Yeah. So
that Thursday, Sunday.
If anything, West Ham might be a bit more vulnerable than them, to be honest with you, because West Ham, they got striker boy, or they brought in another centre back. Who else did they bring?
They're better than last season.
Yeah. I guess so. I guess so. I think they still need a bit more.
David Moyes runs a tight ship over there, man. Bro.
Yeah. And to be fair to Moyes, actually, no, West Ham will definitely be up there. Yeah. He's very like once he gets a hold of a good team, like in terms of like it's like what he did with Everton years ago. Like I think he's very consistent with it. It won't drop off far too. It drop off. It will be much, if anything. So yeah, we'll see. Wait and see, man. I can't wait, bro. I don't know about you, but I don't know what to do with myself in the evening at times, bro. Like honestly, I finished work and
Love Island, baby.
Yeah, Love Island, baby. Love Island is almost over. So yeah,
the finals tomorrow. Come on, damn in India. I know we make up only 3% of the population. I know we ain't gonna win, but we're in the final. Anything's possible.
I want them to win, but I don't think they're gonna win, man. But yeah, no, that's it, man. Well, thanks people for listening. Well, we're back live and kicking. You're gonna hear from us every week. You know what? You know how it is. Like our emotions are high throughout the whole season. 1 minute someone's coming in happy, next week, the following week someone's sad. So you never know, man. I know we didn't say it at the beginning, but please make sure you subscribe. Follow us on Twitter,
the good stuff,
on Instagram, all the good stuff, and share this with friends and family. And we'll see you next week. Be out. Peace.